Good morning. It says we're live. Just checking in to make sure with my producer everything's okay. I decided to start out this morning out here in one of my favorite places on the planet. This is the bridge that goes over um, the front yard of our home. If you look down there in the back, you can see a rock river. And I just want to bring you over here and we'll have some fun with this as we go over to one of my favorite places on the planet. This is a quiet, peaceful. Can you see that okay? I'll come around. There we go. Oh, I just love to sit out here in the morning and listen to this. These mornings, Ramona are taking a 10-mile bike ride. It was awesome this morning to go around the lake. And what a great thing to do. I want to see if I can turn my video around. Oops. Something just happened. There we go. I'm back. This morning we're talking about living this day as if it is your last. Because we all are going to get to a point that we're not on this planet any longer. And it's important that we take a moment and just be. I'm going to ask you this morning just to be with me in this peaceful place overlooking this beautiful lake and see if we can't just get grounded just for a moment. Just get grounded. Because I want to share with you a couple of things that I think are important about living each day as if it is your last. It says the screen is black and not working. That's interesting. Let me see if I can figure that out. Here's the camera. The camera's on. Screen's still black, everyone. Someone could send me a message. That would be great. My screen is black. Amber, can you check and let me know to send me a message to see if I can get some guidance on this, because everything seems to be working okay. Yes, the screen is black. Wow, there you are. Am I back? You are fixed. That's wonderful. Well, welcome to my home. Just wanted you to be able to be with me for a few minutes this morning. I want to share some treasures with you. This is one of those treasures. I'm not going to even try to turn my camera around because I lost you last time I tried that. This is a statue. It's a Remington statue. Can you see that okay? That's 5'4" high. When I found this statue, it was covered in all kinds of crustaceans, calcium deposits. It had been outside for 20 years and then in someone's garage for 10. And I brought it home, paid a nominal fee for it, just a few $100s. And then I learned how to restore its patina. The patina is restored by heating up the metal, then taking wax and brushing on the metal and then polishing it with a cotton cloth. It took several weeks to work through this statue. But when it was done, it sits right here in the entryway of my home. I walk out of the bedroom every morning on my way to the kitchen, and I look over here and it reminds me that we're all covered with some of this stuff. And that behind all of that stuff is a patina, beautiful, beautiful patina. However, sometimes it takes heat, and sometimes it takes some focused effort in the moment over time. Small tasks repeated can accomplish any task, Og Mandino tells us in scroll number 3, I'll persist until I succeed. What is happening in your life today? Because sometimes it's hard to live present in the now when what needs to be done is so overwhelming, we don't know where to begin. Well, I began by getting this in the garage. What do you do to get yourself into the garage, ready to get worked on? To be willing to accept the heat and the wax and the polish, and then knowing that you can only do a little bit each day. When we look at the health challenge I had last year with that bilateral pulmonary embolus, just sucked the strength right out of me. And I couldn't exercise till I got the blood clots cleared out of my lungs. That took till about January, then slowly been working up, and Ramon and I got bicycles, and this last week we did 47.5 miles, and this morning we did 9.75. It was just a great morning to begin getting in shape. And I gotta tell you that after the first week I got on the scale, because I've been eating really clean and exercising, and I thought there's gonna be something. Nothing had changed. And I realized, you know what, my body's probably feeling some trauma from this, probably storing some water to protect me. And so we'll just do it another week. One day at a time, about 9 to 10 miles a day. Get up early, alarm goes off early, so that we can jump out there, take the truck down by the lake. There's a trail around the lake, there's a trail out into the farmland. Variety of trails that we can take just for beginners like us to be able to get our bodies whipped back into shape. What is your stature look like? We want to start showing some of that patina, a little bit, and then a little bit more, and a little bit more. It resides right here in the entryway because I'm just so proud of how beautiful it looks. And that reminder of the crustaceans. Right next to that is a painting. See that painting? That painting is called The Flame. The first time I saw that painting, it was at the end of a hallway at Spar Street Studio in Maui. Now, Spar Street is a wonderful painter. He's got paintings in the UN, Oprah Winfrey's house, Mark Victor Hansen, a lot of wonderful people. And I saw that, and I said, what is the name of that painting? And he said, I call that The Flame. And I went, oh my goodness. One of my favorite lines in all the scrolls is in scroll number 4. There's a flame that burns inside me, passed down from generations uncounted, and its heat is a constant irritation to my spirit to be better than I am, and I will be. I'll fan these flames of dissatisfaction and proclaim my uniqueness to the world. I told Spar I had to have that painting. And interestingly, he and his wife traded coaching for half of the cost of the painting. So I was able to buy it. And when it arrived from Maui, this painting was in it as well. This is called The Dove that hangs in the UN. This is a hand-touched Jali they put in with a happy birthday, Ramona. Just a great memory from that trip to Hawaii. I share that with you because I have the Remington to remind me that my mission every day is to help people clear that crustacean off of their patina and free their patina. My mission is to let the flame burn inside me that's been left smothered sometimes by wet blankets of doubt and confusion, self-deprecating dialogue. Anybody else struggle with that at times? That in the midst of something glorious, we can have dialogue that just minimizes everything. As that reminder to take that wet blanket off my flame. And for you today, what could you do to live this day as if it is your last and take that wet blanket off? When we come into here, this is the music room. I love this place because it overlooks the lake, and I love the piano and the things that our children do with it. We've got a daughter who's an incredible vocalist. See that painting of Ramona behind me? Can you see that? Now the sun is glaring. There's nothing I can do about that. But I'm working on a song. It's called the words go like this: like a worn out soldier weeps at the battle's end. There are words I should have spoken, feelings I should have tried to mend. Instead, my love turned to anger. The fire raged through the night. The scars are deep, the forest empty. Will the morning bring new light? And tonight I long to hold you. Leaving you there alone was the last thing on my mind. Tonight, I wish I would have told you. Please forgive me one last time. When we're living this day as if it is our last, let us not let anger destroy not only this day, but days in the future, because sometimes we can engage in that silent treatment and we miss opportunities to really love. May we be quick to forgive and quick to ask for forgiveness. I'll take you over here because this is a critical piece of living this day. This is a curio cabinet with little treasures that we've collected over the years from Nazareth, from Jerusalem, from Fiji, from Japan, China, South America, and on and on. Sometimes it's important that we pick a little something up as a reminder of a great day, so that when we're feeling down, we can go back and reflect on that memory and brighten the current moment. Sometimes we do that with pictures. In our home, everything has a history, has a story. There was a reason for it. It's not professionally decorated. It's decorated by Ramona and me. You know, we look at something like this last weekend, this table, which will hold 14 people, was filled with grandchildren and nieces and nephews. 4th of July, it'll be packed for 4 days as we have our children and grandchildren present, creating those memories, creating those moments. Now, I could keep going, but I'm not going to go much further. There's just lots of fun things in the living room, from mud cloths from Africa to this little fellow right here from Mexico, some Fiji, beautiful celadon from China. That was something we didn't buy. A dear friend bought it as a gift when they were traveling. And we keep it there as a symbol of that friendship. Come over here and we've got a head from Tanzania, from the governor who stayed with us, and from Ethiopia. When you travel the world, it's always wonderful to be able to pick up something and bring it home so that you can just remember those great moments, because the memory seems to bring the joy into the current moment to help us have a better day. Now, I was hesitant to even bring you into this world. This is such a sacred and private place for Ramona and me, our children. Occasionally we invite clients to come and enjoy these mountains, mountain biking or boating or ATV riding. So important. When Og tells us not to let one drop spill upon the sand, to not spend a moment mourning yesterday's defeats, yesterday's aches of the heart. For why should I throw good today after bad? And conversely, the good that happened, let's bring that into the day to help remind us of the kind of person that we want to be. Are we focused on working on, striving to become the person we want to be? Are we clearing off that calcium deposit and polishing that patina? Or removing that blanket? Are we opening our creativity, the poetry from our hearts? Are we collecting little things and going back and really looking at them and remembering those moments and reflecting on the joy that those moments brought into our lives? The other thing Og says is not to spend a moment thinking about tomorrow. So don't try to put tomorrow's gold in today's purse. Do what you can today. And then we do that very same thing today, 24 hours from now, and today, 24 hours from now, because it's always today, then we'll eventually get to where we want to be. This is a great, great principle, because we live in a world where we're so focused on where we want it that we don't like here. We want to be there. And because we want to be there, we sometimes hate here. We're going to want to fall in love with here and live here and do the things here that can create that, so that when that day comes, we're not still looking there. We're actually enjoying the journey in every moment of the day. We're so blessed, so much more than we ever can imagine, even in the middle of potential tragedy or discouragement. Reflecting on a dear friend who's lost 3 friends in the last few months of suicide. It's just overwhelming. What it takes for someone to feel that distraught, that they have that mental break and take their life. If there's anybody there today, please get out some pictures and reflect on your life. Take a look at the things you've collected over your life. Count your blessings. Express gratitude, knowing that life is a long time, and what is really troubling us today will eventually be resolved if we focus today on doing what we can today and then celebrating it and moving everything forward a millimeter at a time. We just aren't well equipped with today's media and mindset to be focused on taking what is and moving it a millimeter and celebrating it. We all seem to want to be someone else, somewhere else, doing something different. May we choose our life, whatever it is. May we choose it. May we take today and create the most we can with it and find great joy in living. This is a beautiful planet and a wonderful time to live. Oh, there's problems. There's been problems since I was born. I'm 68 years old this month. There are going to be problems forever. The question is, where are you? What level of peace are you experiencing privately, personally, by living this day as if it is your last? Thanks, everyone, and thanks for letting me move this video around and make you a little dizzy. It's great to be with you this morning. Have a blessed week.